Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and today we're actually starting off at the official TC Customs building here on the Mecca Springs map in SnowRunner. Now, first of all, enormous amounts of thanks go out to Dubs, the creator of this map, for actually putting a building here, and not only putting a building here, but putting a TC Customs sign on the building. It is mind-blowing to me how cool that is. What's even more wild to me is that TC Customs was something that I started doing with my trucks in Off-Road Outlaws, but it kind of grew and became this bigger thing that evolved beyond that and now into SnowRunner and kind of in some other games as well. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a job for TC Customs as a shop, and we have a customer who has actually hired us to go and get his truck, pick it up at his house, haul it over to TC Customs, do all the work, the upgrades, the customization to it, and then return it to the customer when the work is finished. And if that sounds like a fun time to y'all, make sure you follow along with me for the rest of the video. And if there are any other things that you guys would like to see, especially in relation to TC Customs, leave your suggestions in the comments down below. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and fire up the good old Dodge and get out to the customer's place and pick up that truck. This truck has been around in this game for such a long time now, but you know what? I needed a truck that was good old reliable to kick off shop truck duties. And that Monster Bronco, well, that's kind of just like a billboard for the shop right now to get people that are, you know, just walking by to be like, yo, what the heck is that thing? See? That's how you get them. That's how you get them to come in the shop. Because once you get them to come in the shop, then you can be like, bro, see that truck of yours? Man, it's too stock, you know. There's just not a lot going on with it. You know, we do stock these axles and lift kits and wheels, tires, lights, power mods, every last thing that you need to tackle the terrain ahead. Now, while I will say I'm not the best salesman in the world, at the very least, it worked on the dude that we're going to pick up the truck for. But for real though, the truck that we're going to pick up, he honestly wanted that work done for a long time, so I didn't have to sell him anything. He was like, yeah, I'm good to go. Just pick up the truck and do the work. But let's go ahead and actually roll through the coffee place real quick, just to get a little bit of energy right off the bat here. That way we're not just doing this blind. So let's actually swing it real wide so we can make our way right around to the window. Almost there. Yes. Bunch of coffees. As a matter of fact, well, we'll do one large one for me and another large one for the customer whose truck we're going to pick up. Sound good? Yeah, sounds good to me. All right, I'm going to have to back up a little bit and make sure I don't clip the building with my trailer. And then, you know what? Man, I'm going to have to swing this so wide because I really don't want to damage their building. If I damage their building, well, they're gonna be after me, not anybody else. Just me. Just me. You know what? I'm actually going to turn off the truck, and I'm just going to walk on over there, hop on out, and walk up to the window. Yep, I'll take it. All right, thank you, appreciate it. All right, I'm going to get back in the truck, we'll fire it up, and we'll be on our way. But, you know, sometimes that's just what you got to do when you have a trailer that you're trying to pull through a drive-through. All right, let's make sure we don't have anybody coming, and we'll head on out. Now, the dude doesn't live far from the... What are you doing, dude? Why did you park in the middle of the road? That's like the worst place to park. What the heck? All right, well, hopefully we don't have to deal with any more people that are parking in the middle of the road like that. Don't know why he left his vehicle there. I really don't. Making a quick right up here. Actually, we're about to pass my place. Oh, you can see the project we're working on out there in the barn. Or rather, it's right in front of the barn right now. But that's our monster Corvette. Don't worry about that thing. That thing is it's fine. It's a project. We'll get there eventually. All right, now, should be only a couple more houses down to where this guy's truck is. Oh, there it is. He said it was a stock-ish GMC 1500 that had a couple of mods, but nothing crazy. Looks about exactly as described, really. So let's go ahead and get everything parked up here. We'll pull that thing on the trailer and then get it back to the shop and then start the build process. Alrighty, so let's see. What do we got going on with this thing? This thing looks, I would say, I would say stock-ish. It's got some upgrades underneath it. You can tell it's got some coilovers. It's got a lot more suspension work than I thought it would have done to it. It's got a nice like new diff cover, all sorts of different stuff. But let's fire this thing up. We'll get it on the trailer. We'll head back to the shop, and then we'll get it into the shop. And I think you guys are going to be happy with what happens with this thing once it's done. He does have some like brand new ridge grapplers on it though. All right, let's fire you up. Oh, it sounds pretty good. It's probably got, at the very least, an exhaust on it. All right, let's get you up on the trailer. Well, we got it up there. We got it all locked in, so let's fire this thing back up, get it on back to the shop. Now, once we get it back to the shop, that's where the real fun is going to start, because when we get it back to the shop, dude, this thing is not going to be looking stock at all for much longer. It's going to be looking a little bit crazier than stock, and I think we're probably going to head through town. I was going to take the highway down, but I was like, I'll be all right. We'll head down through town. Nice and easy. I thought about stopping at the burger place, but I was like, nah, it'll be fine. Yeah, we'll grab lunch a little bit later. All right, let's see. Make a left. Head on down towards the river. It's like literally a left. You stare straight at the river, and then it's an immediate right after that. You go up the road from there. And boom, you're at TC Customs. It's super easy to get to, I'll tell you that. So almost there, and then we're gonna back this thing in because technically all the work goes on like behind the shop. That's where all of like, the shop doors and everything are. So let's get you all set and turned around. I think I can make this cut. I think. Almost there. Just gotta be real easy with it. Real easy. Here we go. Not bad. And back around, and almost there. Almost there. Oh, dude, that went so much better than I thought it was going to go. Like, that legit went so well. All right, whoa, you are not happy right there, are you? Trailer's not happy with what I was about to have it do. All right, and good. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and unpack it. And now, we're going to roll it off the trailer, get it in the shop, and I think you guys are going to be pretty impressed when you see what this thing turns out to be once we're done with it. Well, after about a couple of weeks of parts arriving at the shop and doing a bunch of work to that thing, we have a truck that I am ready to walk around back and show you guys. Now, we've still got the Bronco chilling out front. That hasn't moved. The Ram shop truck has been hanging out here. This thing has been doing, a bunch of errands around town. This thing's got a lot of miles on it. This thing, we use it a lot. But let's go ahead and walk around back. Now, the trailer is just chilling out right there. And we have a 5-ton military truck that was here getting some work done, but we also have this thing sitting out here waiting to be picked up. Now, before we drive it back to the dude's house, or rather trailer it back to the dude's house, I want to show you guys around the parts that were added and the things that were changed and just a little bit of what was done. Now, we've got these gorgeous red raceline bead locks on a set of 41-inch Mickey Thompson Baja claws. We actually changed out a couple of things in the grill. We added these red accents, added the red GMC logo. We also added these 3 different mini light bars in the grill, and then we also added the light pods up top near the pillars. Now, we also added this overland rack, which came with some traction boards and also a couple of other areas to put things, some fuel canisters, and then also he wanted some extra canisters and a toolbox in the bed itself. And with that, we also added a little bit more travel to the suspension. We worked with the coilovers and kind of like, messed with the adjustments, messed with the damping to really give this truck basically the travel that it was going to need to fit these tires. And of course, we also added these wide fenders and bed sides. So with all that being said and done, we're going to go ahead and put it on the trailer and drop it off at the dude's place, and hopefully he likes it, because this thing, I'm a little bit jealous. Like, I love this truck. I love the way this thing looks. But before we do anything else, we got to run around front and grab the Dodge, because we got to get everything, we got to get the trailer hooked up to it, and that way we can haul the truck back to his house. I don't want to put any more miles on it than it needs to have, because we test drove it, made sure it was all good and everything, but I don't want to put a ton of miles on the guy's new setup before he gets to drive it. So let's go ahead and hook that trailer back up. And then now, all we got to do is get that GMC up on the trailer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually angle this trailer so that it faces a little bit more downwards. And the hill helps me do that because I don't really have, let's just say I need a good set of trailer ramps. And I'm doing my best right now, but the trailer ramps are going to definitely be a thing in the near future. But you know what? At the moment, that hill does just great. Look at this. Oh, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, the hill does absolutely just fine. Oh, dude, I love the way this truck looks. This truck looks awesome. It came out so good. I'm really glad that he decided to stick with that that original color and just add the red accents to it, because I think the red accents really set it off with that color combination. Let me back this thing up just a bit. Thankfully, it wasn't like scraping in the ground or anything like that. And then now, it's time to head on back to the dude's house, but not before we get a photo of this setup leaving the shop. Oh, absolutely, dude. We gotta get a photo of that. That one's going in the shop's photo collection. That's for dang sure. Oh, dude. We need a photo of it in front of the shop, too. Like with the TC Customs sign. Oh, bro. That right there, that is a setup and a half. Bro. Dude, just another job by TC Customs, I tell you what. But no, seriously, I'm so happy with how this all turned out. I am so incredibly blown away with how this all turned out. And if there's anything that you guys would like to see in relation to TC Customs, make sure you let me know in the comments section down below. I not only read the comments, but I reply to as many of them as I possibly can. And with that being said, I also take so many of y'all's suggestions into account, and a lot of those suggestions end up becoming videos right here on the channel. And not only videos, but also parts of live streams as well. Now, the nice thing about this this vehicle drop-off is that the dude doesn't really live all that far from the shop anyway, so once we get this thing dropped off, I mean, it'll be good to go. He's like right down around the corner, right on the other side of town, so easy peasy. It's not like he's on the other side of the river or anything, because that would be a little bit more of a trek. Alrighty, dude. Here's your finished GMC 1500. All right, let's angle you back into the driveway. Get this thing angled exactly where it needs to be. Oh, geez. Oh, God. That is a little sketchy. All right, almost there, almost there, almost there. Oh, dude, you're perfect there. Absolutely perfect. All right, shut this thing down. Drop it off. Boom and boom. Backing it off the trailer should give you guys a little bit of an idea of that added suspension travel for sure, but it looks very different than it did when we first picked it up. Oh, man. But now it's time to head back to the shop and on to the next job. And if you guys enjoyed this video and this TC Customs RP, once again, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.